Hey everyone, this is Espira coming at you live with another Axis GBA battle. Today's battle is coming right out of Hoenn, where commentating is facing TORFdot. As usual, the battle is seen from the home team's perspective, today's home team being commentating's. Let's get right into it. So to start off this battle, Torf sends out his Charizard and commentating answers with his Tyranitar. Commentating is running a Sand team, so that Sand stream sets up real nice for him. If you do take a look though, there are a lot of counters and a lot of weaknesses in commentating's team, which will come into play a little later. So here we go, Torf setting up with his Mega Charizard X, shooting off a nice little Will-O-Wisp. This is going to cripple Tyranitar having any damage output that he's going to do. Tyranitar goes off and sets up a Stealth Rock, and at this point, that's all that Tyranitar can realistically do. Tyranitar can go off and try and hit off with a Dragon type move, maybe go for a weakness, likely maybe hit a crit. But at this point, I don't see that there's much Tyranitar can do. Even less so now that Tangrowth is out in the field. Tangrowth is a monster, especially versus commentating's team, and he's just going to eat up anything that's out his way. Right there, Outrage, eaten up. So it takes a little bit of Sandstorm damage, doesn't matter, recovers that off with his leftovers. This is the unpredictability about the draft picks. You see a lot of RU, UU, NU Pokemon from all over that you wouldn't regularly see just because you're so limited to the choices you have. So Tangrowth, definitely something to be feared. Setting up with Leech Seed, more recovery. So now he's recovering with leftovers. He's got the Leech Seed recovery going on. No matter what Tyranitar is going to try dishing out to him, he's just going to eat it up. Not a problem. And at this point, Tyranitar is just a sitting duck. Just got to run off those outrage turns. And nothing more you can really do at this point. Just hope for the best, really. Tangrowth eating up the damage. Tyranitar confused with fatigue. And here comes the knockoff. Smooth Rock is gone, and this can change everything drastically. With the Smooth Rock gone, on the switch in, Sand isn't going to last as long, and it can prove to be a detriment to the Sand team. Tangrowth goes, takes more and more recovery, obviously. And at this point, there's not much to do. Might as well just keep him in. He's burned. He's going to be useless otherwise. And here he goes. Hits himself in confusion. Predicting the switch in. TORFdot goes for the Leech Seed. You know, either way, doesn't really matter. Tyranitar's finished one way or another. Takes home some nice little Leechy damage. Recovers. And there we go. Tyranitar is out of the way. Very unfortunate. Tyranitar never had a chance a day. Well, once burned, there was realistically nothing he could do, especially against his Tangrowth. So Calm goes out, sends out his nice and sexy, shiny Sandslash, sets off with a nice little Swords Dance, sharpening up that attack. Realistically, at this point, that's all you can really do. Focus Sash kicks in, and let's just hope for a nice little crit, because at this point, there's nothing that can go off and counter this Tangrowth. Now you see Tangrowth full health, and this Sandslash is going to have to do some major damage to go up and counter it. And it just does not. That Tangrowth is eating everything up. No damage is coming into it. I don't even think it's gone into the halfway point yet. This is ridiculous, man. This thing's eating up Sandslashes, Tyranitars, all kinds of Pokemon. Next up, we have Empoleon coming in. This is actually going to scare away the Tangrowth. And out here comes Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr, though not widely picked off in the first pick of the draft, is something to definitely watch out for. He's very versatile, can take hits like a boss, and is just generally useful on just about any team. So Con goes off, shoots off with an Ice Beam, and then goes next turn with a Scald. Here comes Conkeldurr answering with an Earthquake, and there goes his Empoleon. Conk is way too powerful, way too versatile, and he's definitely the one to watch out for in this league. Calm sends out his Garchomp, and here goes another Mega Evolution. Mega Garchomp is definitely something to fear. Very powerful, and it's still really, really quick. Sets up with a nice Swords Dance. At this point, buffing up and praying to the RNG gods seems to really be the only thing that can be done at this point, because right from the get-go, Calm comes in with a huge disadvantage, not being able to counter a lot of the mons that TORFdot have set up. So here we go. Garchomp makes quick work of Conkeldurr, Earthquake, and out he goes. And here we see the return of Charizard. Garchomp sets off with a nice little Outrage. This is gonna be bye-bye for Charizard. So, here we go, and here's the return of Tangrowth, trying to eat up more Outrages. So, this is where RNG goes and smiles upon Comnagrom, setting up with a nice little critical to get rid of that really annoying Tangrowth. Garchomp is always to be feared, very powerful, very heavy, and yet the one setback about the very powerful Outrage is that it's got Confusion. So here we go, sets up with nice Moonblast, and the ever so scary Clefable is ready to just demolish Garchomp. Out comes Metagross, a very nice answer to Clefable. And hits him with a nice priority Bullet Punch, and lost some HP. Clearly this Metagross is Life Orbed, and here comes a Fire Blast. Metagross has no way of taking that and just goes down. And at this point, this battle seems to be a lot of revenge killing, a lot of going back and forth, taking out mons one after the other. And this Clefable tanks that Shadow Sneak. Goes off, sets off another Fire Blast, and that's bye-bye Dual Blade. And that's game. TORFdot taking the win, 4-0. This battle was just way too one-sided from the beginning, with Comnagrom having no real answer to that Tangrowth, meaning he had to dedicate way too much of his Pokemon on taking him out. At that point, it's just easy work for mons like Conkeldurr and Charizard to go off and take him out, with Clefable being the one to do the cleanup job. Being as bulky as it is, very easy to do. So, as always, thanks for watching, thank you for joining us here at Axis GBA, and keep tuned for more battles.